this video, we will have a quick look at our website, marilanguage.com, and briefly look at what materials we have on our website. So here we are on the front page. Our whole page is accessible in English, in Mari, or in Russian. If you are watching this course, we assume that English is going to be the most useful meta language for you. So what have we got here? We've got our dictionary. This is the Mari English Dictionary with over 40,000 headwords, which we compiled at the University of Vienna between 2010 and 2014. And yeah, what can we say? It's a dictionary. You have some instructions here. You can search for a Mari word here, and you find the dictionary entries. As you saw in the input, I typed Latin. I have an English keyboard set layout set now, and it automatically transcribed it into Cyrillic. So this dictionary, it uses the Cyrillic alphabet as used by the Mari language, but if you are coming at Mari from a different perspective, from a scholarly perspective, you might want to use the Uralic phonetic alphabet or Finno-Ugristik transcription, or the International Phonetic Alphabet. Our whole dictionary is available in all three writing systems. You can either search for headwords, or you can browse through the dictionary alphabetically. And if you're interested in an alphabetical sorting, you can also have it reversed sorted, which is to say that you sort the words by the last letter and then the preceding one and then the preceding one. Yeah. The dictionary, it also supports regular expression searches and the such, and the raw data of the dictionary can be downloaded on our website. There is more information on the instructions page here. So let's go back to the main page. The textbook, this is Ongai Mariilme. This here textbook, you can find it as a PDF with the accompanying audio materials here. You can download it critically. It has been published we published it under a Creative Commons license, which is to say that for nonprofit purposes, you can reproduce it and spread it around however you want. Just please attribute us when you do so. So if you have a print shop in your town, you can just go and have yourself some copies printed. That's where these copies came from. This is from the Facultas printing service of the University of Vienna. Keyword layout and fonts. This is something where unfortunately our website shows its age a bit. These are instructions on how to install keyboard layouts for Mari on computers. It's showing its age in the sense that it shows the appropriate text solutions for Windows and Macintosh from roughly 2014. So we don't yet have information on smartphones, and we don't have any information on Linux at this point. This needs to be updated. Hopefully we will have a chance to do so. Morphological tools. Here you have a paradigm generator and an analyzer. Paradigm generator works this way. If we, for example, put in, let's say, the Mari word tool, fire, we can generate a paradigm. We see how all the case suffixes connect to it and how all the possessive suffixes attached to them and the combination thereof. We can also look at verbal paradigms, where we can put in a base form, let's say ishtash, to do. And it here automatically recognizes the conjugation class. Mari verbs fall into one or two conjugation classes, and the dictionary knows that ishtash is a second conjugation verb. If you have cases where there is one infinitive that could be either first or second conjugation, like shinchash, first conjugation to sit down, shinchash, second conjugation to sit, there obviously the paradigm generator can't read your mind, and you have to say if it's first or second conjugation, or you have to give the ending of the first person singular to show which one it is. So here you see then the whole verbal paradigm, and it also works for postpositional paradigms. The analyzer works the other way around. Here you enter a Mari sentence or Mari word, and it does it creates a morphological analysis, like let's say Andrei televisorem und chashyarata, a Mari sentence. And here too, you can enter it in Latin and it transcribes it into Cyrillic for you. Oh no, it doesn't. I lied. I need to fix this. So here we see André, just a name. And so if you are studying Mari, you know that Mari is a subject, object, verb language, that the verb is at the end of a clause. So we look at the end of the clause, we have love, third person singular. So André loves. What does André love? He loves to look, but if we put the mouse here over look, we get then as a tooltip the whole dictionary entry, and on chash can mean to look, to watch. Okay, he loves to watch because it is watch with infinitive. And what does he love to watch? Here we have televisor, television set. Again, mouse over to television set, TV. Ah, okay. André loves to watch TV. Here we also have an accusative. So this is now a very sanitized example sentence because there is no ambiguity here. It's very clear what it means. Like the glosses given here, it always takes the first translation from the dictionary. That's not always the optimal one in the context. But if you look at the tooltip, you will find the appropriate one. But oftentimes you will have some ambiguity that you need to deal with. Like let's say machinam urem boktene shoga, which means my car is standing beside the street. That's the intended meaning. But if we look at this, it says machinam. It could be machine or car in the accusative, or machine and possessive suffix first person singular, because these forms are the same. So the analyzer here, which does not have any disambiguation, it doesn't know is it car in the accusative or is it car with possessive suffix. And then it continues urem. It could mean street. It could also mean squirrel with possessive suffix first person singular, my squirrel. And I mean, that's possible. My car is standing next to my squirrel. Could be. Point of this being, you have to apply critical thinking when having the output of the analyzer. It cannot do this work for you at this point in time. So it just gives you all morphologically plausible interpretations of the words of the sentence based on our morphological model and the Mari English Dictionary. So let's go back to the main page then. Transcription tools. Yeah, so if you have, this is not just for Mari, but also for numerous other languages of Russia, Uralic, Turkic, and also Russian, an Indo-European language. How this works is you enter your sentence in some writing system used for Mari, like let's say, I am a teacher. And then you choose here, I want to transcribe this sentence from Cyrillic into Latin. And by Latin, we mean Finno-Ugric transcription in this case. And here we have our sentence in Finno-Ugric transcription. You can also have it in the International Phonetic Alphabet. And it works in other directions too, that you can have Finno-Ugric transcription and you can have transcribe it into the Cyrillic alphabet, or you can have texts in old versions of the Cyrillic alphabet used in the 1930s for Mari and transcribe them into modern Mari. So let's go back to the main page. So reading Hill Mari, this is a textbook that contrasts the secondary literary norm for Mari, the Hill Mari literary language, from the Meadow Mari literary language. So if you already know Meadow Mari and you want to know how you can utilize your knowledge of Meadow Mari to read Hill Mari, this textbook is for you. It's here in its entirety. You can download it. Yeah. Materials we are still currently working on. We've got here the learner's grammar of Mari. Even though we have it here in the under construction section, you can already access it here. We aren't advertising it greatly yet because it is still a draft version and we want to feel confident in it before we publish it, before we advertise it properly, but you can already look at the draft version. So what the learner's grammar of Mari is that in this resource we have basically we go through the morphosyntactic categories of Mari, the cases, the possessive suffixes, etc. And for every single of these categories, we have explanations and then exercises. So if there is a specific point of Mari grammar that you want to, where you want to fortify your skills, this is the resource to use. So, and when I say that it is unfinished at this point. We are still working on the syntax section. The morphology is pretty solidly covered in this resource, which is not to say that there might not be some changes between now and the final version. Then we have got the Hilmar dictionary. This is coming hopefully soon. And we have got the Corpus tool, corpus of literary language, of literary Mari, which is the result of an international collaboration. It's hosted by the Geotechno work group at the Arctic University in Tromsø in Norway. We'll create an own video introducing the corpus, as this is an essential resource if you're working with Mari academically, but it's not trivial to use. There already is a brief introductory video here that you can already watch now. And by the time you're seeing this video, hopefully we will have updated it with a newer, better version. So, and here at the bottom, we have some meta sections. We have some information about us ourselves. We have the source code for our application and the raw data of our dictionary. We have an overview of press coverage about our project. We've got some legal information. And yeah, just a sitemap, an overview of everything in an abbreviated form. So I hope that these resources will be of use to you as you are becoming more acquainted with the Mari language.